So, hello everybody. How y'all doing today? In this video, I'll be talking about the symptoms that if you're driving on the highway and your vehicle jerks up and maybe slows down on you all of a sudden and kicks back up and starts moving again, my last video, I took the vehicle down to the auto zone and they put the machine on it and it showed I had the symptoms right here, the P0340, it says that's the problem I'm having, right? And the P0448. You see, the P0340, I was so, I thought my vehicle was, about to, fall apart, something's gonna happen because whenever I'm driving, so if you have these symptoms, just know this is what you have to do to your vehicle. Do not get scared. Do not, panic or nothing. So if you're driving on the highway and the vehicle jerks and starts over again, starts moving, or you're driving and then you start slowing down, and then while you're slowing down, the vehicle just shuts off. Like, okay, so everything shuts off. The light stays on in the dashboard. Everything, the light stays on, but the engine shuts off. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I did all this thinking maybe my relay's bad, or maybe my transmission is bad because the sound comes from down there, which I never knew. So what I did was, when I did this, I did every other thing that I can do. I changed the crankshaft sensor, I changed that thinking that was gonna help me. That never actually helped me, So I went down yesterday, I called a mechanic, and then I told him the symptoms that I had, and he said, oh well, have you gone to the auto zone to get it checked? I said, no, I haven't done that. And they said, why don't you go over there and get it checked? So I told him, yeah, I remembered. I already checked it. So I told him they said I needed a camshaft sensor, and then he asked me what's wrong with the vehicle. So I told him the symptoms and what I experienced, And so he said, okay, why don't you change the camshaft sensor and that actually help you? So I wanted him to come help me change it. But then he said to call him back in about 2 hours or so, and then called him. He never picked up the phone, and I went to a dealership to ask them how much it's gonna cost to change it, a Nissan dealership, and they were charging me about $500 to change the camshaft position sensor for the right side. So let's go into the vehicle and see where the camshaft position sensor is for the right side. There we go. Okay, so if your vehicle has a code for P0350, then you have a problem with the camshaft over here, somewhere down there. It's somewhere down here anyway. Somewhere down here. This is where you have a problem with, over here. If your vehicle showed up or the code shows P0340, you have a problem with the camshaft sensor on the passenger side, which is down here. Somewhere down here. But anyway, I took it upon myself because they want to charge me about $500 to change it for me. I was like, oh, bloody hell, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't pay you guys a whole lot. I mean, we all know what's going on in the world. We are struggling right now. So I took it upon myself. I put up the hood of the vehicle, went into AutoZone. I already have the tools already, so there is no problem for me. I have the tools in my vehicle. So this is the toolbox. I have the toolbox right here. So I already have the toolbox. Not bad. I have the toolbox. So what I did was, I already did my research, and I realized that all I need is gonna be the 10mm. So brought out the 10mm, brought out a wrench in the toolbox. What I did, I left the vehicle open for a while. I left the hood of the vehicle, the engine bay, open for a while because it's bloody hot. It was hot when I parked it down to AutoZone, so I just left it open. I bought the camshaft sensor for the right side, I bought that. I came outside with it for like, let's say 20 minutes. The vehicle was still hot, it was quite hot. But I didn't care because I was determined to make this vehicle work. So got in there, took out my wrench and the 10mm plug it in with a little bit of extension. So I put my hands through the back. All you gotta do is, you can lay down on the engine bay. I put a cloth over it. So I lay down on the engine bay, put my hand behind the engine right there. It was still bloody hot, but I didn't care. I put my hand in there, and it took me a while. It took me a while to, get that bolt out of the socket, whatever. There's this rubber right here that goes to the back. This is gonna be a problem, but anyway, if you shift it back and use your hand to put the wrench or whatever in there, you're gonna get it in. So I just used that to open it. So I got that open. When I got that open, I took it out. There's another thing where you're gonna have to use your left hand to unplug the camshaft, the old one. You gotta use your left hand to unplug it. I couldn't make this video yesterday because I was so, you all understand how it is, we want to try to get vehicle done. I was so concentrated on getting the vehicle fixed than making a video. So I got it out, put a new one in, and used the oil. Gotta use oil to rub the O-ring and put it back in there. But before you put it back in there, it's quite hard to put back, so you have to really push hard. You gotta push it hard. So this is the hold. This is the hold one that I have. This is the hold one. I bought a Duralast. This is the hold one that I had. This is it right here. The hold one had a white stain, I believe, on top of it right here. If you can see that. There is a white stain on top, like a burnt stain right there, over there, right there. There is a burnt stain on there that I had. So I took it out and smelled it, and it smelled like a little bit burnt, even though there's oil on it, but there's a distinctive smell that comes out of it, So I took it out, put it in, and do not forget to rub the oil all over the O-ring. I'm saying this because I do not want you guys to go, spend a lot of money at the mechanic store, and they're gonna look down on you if you can do it. That's quite easy, Anyway, so I took that out, and then I went back to the store after doing that, plug it in back in, and tying it down. Went back to the store and said, because I read in the booklet, in the paperwork from Duralast here, there's a paperwork in there that says you have to change the other one because it's advised for you to change the other one so the computer can read both stuff properly. Anyway, I bought another one, and then I was gonna put it in to this one, but the problem was this one is quite mental. I got the wrench and everything in there, but it was too hard for me to just crack down. I can't unbolt it. It was too hard. I don't understand it. I tried to do that a couple of times. I couldn't get it done. I couldn't, twist it to open it. So maybe, something doesn't want me to spend my money on that. What I did was I just, took it back to them, because when I took it back to them, and okay, before we continue, whenever you want to do stuff like that, always make sure to remove your battery hands. I actually removed my battery hands before I did it. I took out, if you want to do this, always take out the negative first, and then take out the positive. And then if you want to put it back in, put in the positive first before you put the negative. That's what I did. So I did that. Returned the one for the driver's side, return it back and got the money back, and I started the vehicle up and started back up properly. So I've been driving since yesterday. I haven't had no issue with the vehicle. So if you have a problem where your vehicle stops on the road, while driving, or it jerks off, or you're slowing down when it shuts off while slowing down, that's the problem you're having. Your camshaft sensor is bad. I'm telling you this because I don't want you to spend a whole lot of money on different things, because if you go to a mechanic, they're gonna tell you something else. They're gonna tell you the real problem, and they're gonna tell you what are the things you don't need, so you can pay them and stuff. So anyway, that's what you're going to the camshaft sensor for the well, anyway, it's gonna show you the code. If you have a code for P0340, that is gonna be the passenger side sensor. If you have a P0350, that's gonna be the sensor, the camshaft sensor for the driver side. That's it for today, and I hope you guys enjoy this. And if you have a question, just email or text me under there, leave a comment over there, subscribe and like the video if you like it, and stay safe out there and wash your hands and stay 6 feet apart. Anyway, goodbye for today and wish you guys the best. Bye.